Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Kevin with survivalistboards.com. Let's talk for a few minutes about stoves for bugging out. This is not necessarily for a bug out bag, but for bugging out in general. Whether you have a family-sized unit you need to get out, you need a larger stove, a little bit smaller stove, individual stoves. This is for bugging out in general, whether you're bugging out by car, truck, SUV, or humping it out with your bug out bag. Let's talk about some ideas and the uses, purposes of the different types of stoves. Several years ago, I did a review where I talked about the Coleman Instant Start grill stove. I cannot recommend this stove. I cannot in good faith recommend this stove for a number of reasons. One, if you're cooking for a family unit, now this stove is filthy. I mean, it's dirty. Look at that. Ask yourself, do you want to clean all this up if you use the grill? So, here, if you put a full-size pot on here, it hits right here. It hits against the windshield. So it kind of pushes the pot over. The grill uses a lot of propane. I'm talking a lot of propane. And during a weekend, I think for one day, cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we used half a pound of propane. It's a lot of propane. Thing gets filthy. I'm talking filthy, filthy, filthy. You cook on it, you do some sausages or something on here, hot dogs or whatever. Gets on the griddle, or gets on the grill. This isn't a griddle, it's a grill. Anyway, goes down through there. It's got this little bitty drain right here that the grease flows into, and it fills up rather quick, real quick. I would much rather have like this stove dating from the 1990s. This is, I believe this is just a single fuel type stove. It's not dual fuel. All I use in it is white gas. According to the instructions up here, there's nothing listed about being able to use gasoline. So I play it safe and I do not use gasoline on it. This grill stove has been retired. I rarely ever use it. It's filthy right now. I need to clean it up. But it is being relegated to the closet. It's there if I ever need it. But hopefully I won't have to use it because it uses so much propane. I would much rather use this. Now my ideal setup, and I'm thinking about splurging and go ahead and get one, is a dual fuel 2-burner stove. So that I can use regular unleaded gasoline, white gasoline, convert it out and make it for propane. So that would be my ideal setup. The next one is this dual fuel 533. Now this one here does say dual fuel on it, so I can use unleaded gasoline in there. But all I've been using is Coleman fuel, white gasoline. I have not tested it. I have not tried it with gasoline. All I've used it is with regular fuel. I am not a big fan of liquid fuel stoves. Just do not care for them. I don't like having to use a funnel to put the fuel in. Chances of spilling the fuel, getting the fuel on your hands, fuel igniting. Don't care for it. I'm just not a big fan of liquid fuel stoves. But I do not mind using them. If need be, do not mind using them at all. That's why, because of the liquid fuel, this was my primary go-to bag for a long, long time. This is some off-the-wall brand name I picked up at Academy or Walmart or something back in the 1990s, and it is stamped 10 of 95. So I bought it either late 1995 or early 96, so 20 years old. One thing I do not like about this stove is the height to base ratio. This one here can tip over rather easily if you don't have the base on it. So if you're carrying this in your bug out bag, whatever else, then you really need to carry the base with it, which just takes up more room in your pack. While unlike that, the dual fuel does not tip over near as much. See? Alrighty. On to my current stove. This is my current personal stove. Picked this up at Walmart several years ago. Coleman Max. Uses the isobutane, butane propane mix. I've had it out on a lot of camping trips. Works very well. Unlike the single burner propane stove, this one here does not tip as easily. It fits, folds up, and fits into my cup, my cooking set. What is this? Optimus. It's an Optimus cook set. Stove comes apart. Takes off the fuel cylinder. Goes inside of here. That goes on there. The isobutane goes inside of here, just for an extra carrying cup. So I've got 2 bowls that I can eat out of. So I can cook up a bunch of noodles or something, give a buddy of mine half of them, whatever. I cannot recommend the grill stoves. Just cannot do it. Using a big pot, hits the windshield. Windshields are not adjustable. Windshields are not adjustable. It's a pain. Use a lot of propane. Gets filthy. Builds up with grease. If you want a griddle, there's some griddles out of the market. Measure this. Buy yourself a griddle that goes on top of here. Nice, simple, easy fix. You wash the griddle instead of having to get down there and wash down inside your stove. See how filthy that looks. So, if you want a griddle, get one that goes on top of here. Cook on the griddle. Clean it. Adaptable. My ideal setup would be dual fuel. I think this is an older model, early 1990s. I think it's just white gasoline. Got the adapter for the propane. Dual fuel, and I'm pretty comfortable that I could cook for 2 people on here. Put a nice skillet on there. Cook some eggs, some bacon, a couple of sausages, whatever. Have a nice little pot up there. So family, 1 or 2 people. 1 or 2 people, maybe, if you have the base on it. 1 person, maybe 2 people. But I use this one for my individual bag. Well, guys and gals, share your comments, post your thoughts and ideas. Let me know, and I will talk to y'all later.